Hello, everybody.
Hey guys, it's been too long. It's been about 2 years since the two of us have done a live video together, so we're excited to get back.
Yeah, we're still here.
We are.
We are going to just talk pretty quickly about how to become a new patient at our office. And if you guys have any questions about that, then we are here to answer them for you.
Yeah, the intent is going to be to put this on social media, and then the more questions you guys ask, the more we can answer, the more feedback and information we'll have in this post, and people will be able to go on here later on and be able to hopefully see a lot of these questions and get them answered. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, just wanted to first of all, to start off with our practice, is that Teresa is licensed in multiple states. So for those of you who are watching who are in a different state, we're licensed in Missouri, Florida, Iowa, Wyoming, New Hampshire, and Arizona. So we're in 6 of those states. So if you're in one of those states and you are interested in our services, we can help you from there. So that's just a start. If you're in another state besides the ones we mentioned, there's a couple of options that we have. You can either fly here and meet with us, or you could, I guess really flying here and meeting us is the only option. And we have it set up so you can actually fly in and we'll meet you at the airport. Teresa does that quite frequently. Did you have something you want to say about that?
No, that's it.
But it will meet you at the airport if you can't actually come to the office. And so we do make it as easy as possible. A lot of times people will fly on, say, Delta at 9 a.m. And then Teresa will meet the patient at the airport for a couple of hours, and then they'll fly out on, say, American Airlines at like noon or 1 o'clock, and they can usually turn and burn the same day. So that's kind of nice for you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, so moving forward, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No.
Okay. So talking a little bit about the practice. So for those of you who come here to Missouri, let's just talk about our physical location in Missouri. So those of you who come to our practice here, the price of our initial consult with Teresa is $450. Now that $450 is for 2 hours, and that 2 hours is broken up into 2 one-hour appointments. So what you can expect is the first 1 hour appointment is to come in and to meet with Teresa, to tell her a little bit about what your chief complaints are, go over your history, your family history, and then she'll ask any questions that are pertinent to what you're telling her. And then what we'll do is we have a Quest lab and a phlebotomist here in the office. She will put together a lab order based on what you tell her and what she wants to see, and we'll have you draw your labs during that first appointment. So you'll get the labs drawn, and then we'll bring you back and we'll make an appointment for about 10 days out. The reason we do that is to allow for the labs to return completed to the office, but we'll give it about 10 days and we'll bring you in for the second part of that for that appointment. Mm-hmm. So again, the price is $450 for 2 one-hour appointments. That's for both the appointments, not for each.
Yes.
The second appointment, when you come in for that, but basically that's where Teresa will review her labs with you, and then she'll make recommendations for lifestyle changes, hormones, vitamins and minerals, and things like that according to what your labs are reading. And then if you do decide that you want Teresa to treat you moving forward after that, then what we'll do is we'll put you on our membership program. Our membership program is $225 per quarter. So every 3 months we'll bill you automatically $225. And then you will get a number of benefits for paying the $225. So the first one is that whenever you make an appointment with us, you don't ever pay for your appointment. So anytime you come in for a follow-up or any other appointment with Teresa, whether it's on the phone, by telemedicine, or anything else, you don't pay for that. That's included in it. That also includes the ordering and interpretation of your labs, not the cost of your labs or the price of your labs, but the ordering and interpretation. So labs we leave separate because a lot of folks have insurance. So we allow you to use your insurance if they will pay for those labs, and most insurance will pay for most of our labs. So usually labs are covered except for maybe 1 or 2 tests. And then what we'll do is if there's any that are not covered, what we can do is charge you our self-pay prices, which are about 1,000%. I say that again, are about 1,000% cheaper than Quest prices or the insurance prices. So we can change those couple of tests that they don't cover over, and you pay us cash for those, and it's all taken care of. So that's how the labs work in kind of a nutshell. Something else we wanted to talk about too with regards to the membership is going to be our private patient-only cell phone. So we have a private cell phone that our patients can call us on, text us on, or they can email us. Most of our patients, when they need something, like they say they need a refill, they just text us and say, hey, I'm not ready for a refill if you guys, and we'll just take care of it by text message. So we make it as easy as possible. We will also take care of you guys' primary care needs, as long as the primary care needs are something that can be done by telemedicine. So nobody coming in for primary care, we just don't have the capacity to handle that. But telemedicine, we can fit those appointments in throughout the day, in between, so we can take care of your primary care needs for the most part. Now again, they need to be simple or straightforward things like colds, flus, COVID-19, strep, things like that, UTI. We say COVID-19 is simple. I don't mean to diminish anything that COVID-19 can do to you, but it's relatively easy for us to treat, especially if we catch it early. And we've been treating, Teresa's been treating people for COVID for quite some time now, so she has a lot of experience in it. What else, Leah? You go ahead and talk if you have anything. I'm going to refer to my
On the
notes.
first visit, you guys also get a free in-body test, which is a bioimpedance test to tell fat mass, visceral fat, skeletal mass, water weight. You're better at that than
It's
me.
a body composition analysis. So really it's your body fat, your muscle, and your water. The reason why we do this, guys, is because a lot of people will come in and you guys will new patients will put on weight when they go on hormones a lot of times. They put on weight, but this weight is lean muscle mass. Well, the in-body machine, if we do a baseline before you start your hormones, we do a baseline on you, you get the in-body, and then we set that baseline. And then 3 months later, and every 3 months when you come in to do your labs, your follow-on labs, what we'll do is we'll have you also do an in-body, and then we can track. We don't care about your weight, guys. Like, don't chase the scale. Weight means nothing. What we care about is where the weight is at. So that's where we can see this. So when people put on weight, we can simply show them in the in-body that you're putting on lean muscle mass and you've actually lowered body fat. Muscle weighs more than fat does, so most times people will put on weight when they go on the program, especially if they're on testosterone. So because it's anabolic, obviously. So that's something to be aware of. Did you have anything you wanted to add to that? Okay. Some other things we wanted to talk about is we have an online dispensary called FullScript. It has over 300 brands and 21,000 products, and we give you guys a 25% discount to shop in there. Their prices inside FullScript are cheaper than most of the local stores and whatnot. Most places you can order them online. Not everything is, but for the most part, their products are. And once you're in there and you have a FullScript membership, you're good for life. You guys can order on there whether you're a member of our practice or not.
Yeah, and how do they find that if they aren't our?
So it's just fullscript.com to go there, but to find our dispensary and our items specifically, you can go on our website at teresamealytotalhealthandwellness.com, and you can find a link to do it there, or you can go on our social media and ask for it there. Or if you guys just can't find our dispensary, then you could always call and ask her.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's totally fine. Other thing too is we have a lot of families. We have a lot of large families that come in and whatnot. So I want to talk a little bit more around the pricing. So if you bring in a family member, or even if you bring in, even if they're extended family or whatnot, so the price of that initial consult drops down from $450 to $350 for your second family member. And then if you guys come on as a family member and you get on the hormone program, we'll lower both of your your quarterly fees to $180. So you'll go from $225 a quarter to $180 a quarter, roughly $60 a month. Let's talk a little bit about, seeing we're talking about the prices involved, let's talk a little bit about the prices on the hormones. So what I'm going to do, most of our patients are ladies, so let me just pretend I'm talking to all females here, and then all of our prices too I'm going to give you will be worst case scenario. So let's say you were a female, you were come to our clinic for the first time, we put you on all of the female hormones and the maximum dosage for all of those hormones. And so if we were to put you on that, you're looking at progesterone running you $100 to $110 about every 3 months. Then we have thyroid, which will run you about $100 to $110 every 3 months. Estradiol, or estrogen, will run you $50 to $75 every 3 months. And then last but not least, testosterone, which is my favorite, yay, will run you about $50 every 4 months. Testosterone is super cheap for women because you just don't need much of it. Guys, for us, I think I pay around $200 every 3 months for my testosterone. So it's a little different for males. Although as a male, I'm not on progesterone or estradiol, so I save money on those.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's kind of that. What else?
Yeah.
Just checking my notes here, guys. Oh, and then when just a heads up, if you call, in case we forget to tell you, when you come in, we ask you to come in fast because we're running those labs on that first test, that first visit. But that's pretty much it, guys. In a nutshell, we got it done in 9 minutes, less than 10 minutes. So hopefully that gets out most of what we needed to get out. Something else about hormones, guys, to let you know is that bioidentical hormones are just that. They're made to be biologically identical to what your body is supposed to be making on its own. Now, when we're 50 years old, like we are, your body just doesn't make hormones the way it used to. So Teresa's goal has always been optimizing hormones. We're not trying to normalize anything here, guys. We're trying to optimize. So that's getting your levels to where you were when you were 25 or 30 years old, provided you were healthy at that time.
Yeah.
So that's the goal here, is to get you to that level. Now, it's not going to make you 25 or 30 years old if you're 50, 60, 70 years old, but it can make you feel like you're that age again.
Yeah.
So that's the goal here, is to make ourselves feel and look as good as possible, as we get older, and kind of improve that aging process, if you will.
Yeah, well, at 51, I started estradiol last year. My estradiol level was essentially 0, but that is normal for my age at 50. So I don't want to be normal because I was a hot mess.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. Unless you have anything else, I think that's pretty good. And if you have any questions, again, please shoot them across the bottom. We'll answer them as soon as possible, and then that'll just help everybody.
Yep.
So
We're here for you when you're ready.
we are 100%. So Teresa Mealy, Total Health and Wellness, Springfield, Missouri. Come see us.
See ya.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Thanks.